Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi, le 16 janvier. To talk about what we have going on this week, il y a une discussion, just the one. It won't be until vendredi. We'll be doing a Gimkit in preparation for a little reading assessment about Le Singe. I'll talk to you about that more momentarily. So you'll have a little reading assessment about Le Singe, that vocab. You'll do your flip video. We're going to have a little activity that goes along with Alouette, which is the song that we've been looking at the last few weeks. And then you'll have a little pre-reading activity that goes along with a novel that we're going to be reading the first couple chapters of. So we'll look at that a little bit later this week, and then your quick write and your weekly check-in. Le mot de passe, il y a un nouveau mot de passe. And it's actually a two-parter. Moi aussi, moi non plus. Moi aussi, me too. Moi non plus, me neither. So just make sure you put that into, as along with the translation, which I obviously missed here. Put it in right now. Moi aussi, me too. Moi non plus, me neither. So that's what your mot de passe section should look like. On va regarder le calendrier. Aujourd'hui, c'est what jour? C'est quel jour? Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi. Mardi, donc demain, c'est mercredi. Et hier, c'était lundi. Lundi, mardi, mercredi. Demain, c'est mercredi. Donc, après-demain, c'est jeudi. Lundi, mardi, mercredi. Jeudi. Oups. Vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Hier, c'était lundi. Donc, avant-hier, c'était dimanche. Dimanche. Ok, et quelle est la date aujourd'hui? Aujourd'hui, c'est le 16 janvier. Le 16 janvier. Donc, demain, c'est 16, 17. C'est le 17 janvier. Et hier, c'était le 15 janvier. Aujourd'hui, c'est le 16 janvier. Hier, c'était le 15 janvier et demain, c'est le 17 janvier. I'm going to add a little bit of vocab here. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in this column over here to talk about the weather. Quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il aujourd'hui? Aujourd'hui, il fait. Almost all of our weather expressions are going to start with il fait. Il fait froid. Il fait froid. Il fait froid. Et il neige. Il neige. It's snowing. Try to make it so it all fits in here. Il fait froid et il neige. Il neige. Quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? Il fait froid. Il fait froid. Et il neige. Il neige. Okay, voila. Bon, and we'll continue. I'll try to add that in every time we look at le calendrier from now on, and then as the weather changes, we'll learn some more different expressions we can use. Okay, la question de la semaine, qu'est-ce que tu as fait pendant le long week-end? So, for your Jamboard this week, pendant le long week-end, le week-end de la fête de Martin Luther King Jr., la fête, the holiday or day that celebrates Martin Luther King Jr., c'était un long week-end, un week-end de 3 jours, samedi, dimanche, lundi. Donc, pendant le long week-end, j'ai regardé un match de sport, par exemple le match des Chiefs. Je suis allé, went, au cinéma. J'ai cuisiné. J'ai passé du temps avec ma famille. J'ai mangé au restaurant. J'ai acheté des vêtements. Acheté, bought, des vêtements, clothes. Ou j'ai beaucoup dormi. Dormi, slept, et beaucoup, a lot. J'ai beaucoup dormi. Donc, as always, go ahead and put your name next to one of those things that you did. And then down here I put autre. If you want to add something different, you can put it in English if you want, and then I can help you with how we say whatever the item is. Donc voilà la question de la semaine. Et le singe. When you open up Schoology and go to your stories, you'll see the story of le singe toward the bottom of this document. For your reading assessment tomorrow about le singe, what you're going to be doing is you're going to read a mostly similar but slightly modified version of this same story. And I'm going to ask you to pick out les phrases clés, key sentences. Donc, il y a un grand singe brun qui s'appelle Gary. Gary est sympa et il habite en Californie. This whole first paragraph is about Gary le singe. It's describing him. But although it adds a lot to the story and it helps us with our vocabulary, do we need to know all of this stuff to really get the gist of the story? Not so much, except maybe il adore caresser les animaux, and l'animal préféré de Gary est le kangourou. Those items are kind of imperative to the story. But the rest, il est sympa, il habite en Californie, those things aren't really important to know to understand the story. Il va au zoo, il voit un rhinocéros, un tigre, un poisson, il veut caresser le rhinocéros, mais il est méchant et il lui dit non. So as you read through this story, I want you to be thinking about what those key sentences are. Il y a un grand singe brun qui s'appelle Gary. L'animal préféré de Gary, c'est le kangourou. Donc, Gary cherche un kangourou. Those are 3 sentences. Il va au zoo et il cherche un kangourou, mais les kangourous habitent en Australie. Il va en Australie, il voit un kangourou, La maman kangourou est méchante, elle mange Gary. That might be a little bit more than cinq phrases, what I just read off here. But I want you to see if you can just find, and cinq is not, it's kind of a goal number, but if you go a little bit over, that's fine too. I want you to find approximately cinq phrases clés, 5 key sentences that would allow you to get the gist of the story. So without every single detail, what are the basics of the story? He goes here. He doesn't find a kangaroo. He goes here. He finds a kangaroo. The mom eats him. Those are the basics that would really get the point of the story across. So when you go to do your reading assessment tomorrow, that's what we're looking for, is those key sentences. And then today you have a gim kit that you're going to do that will help you with those key sentences. So that is something where you'll be able to find, once again, in Schoology. You have the link, and I'm sorry, désolé, this video is getting a little bit long, but in today's Schoology, or you see this gim kit assignment, and you'll just click this link to access it. So that will help you with the vocab for le singe, and then that reading assessment is tomorrow. Last thing we have going on aujourd'hui is le TPR. Now, I say that this is new this week. It's not new gestures, but the subject is new. So instead of saying la classe, the class does this, the class does this, the class walks, the class works, the class laughs, we're saying les élèves. Les élèves en anglais, pluriel. Les élèves marchent, the students walk. Les élèves ouvrent, the students open. So as opposed to the class opens, the students open. So you hear that in English we do that too. When we have a different subject, it often changes what the verb sounds like. So just be aware that that's something that happens in French as well. The students want, but the class wants. So it's a little bit, the verb itself is a little bit different when the subject changes. And I talk about that a little bit in this video. You'll notice that the gestures are the same for each of these actions. It's just that the way that the verb sounds might change a little bit. So just be aware of that. And if this does not make sense right away, don't worry about it. This is just to get us ready to work with some different subjects that are plural in the future. So just be aware that that's something that's coming up. Okay. Et c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That's it for today. I will be on our meet from noon to 12:30, Mishan French Online, so you're welcome to join me there or shoot me an email if you have any other questions. Merci. Au revoir.